All right, guys, it is Japan today, our fiercest rival, and we have a real chance to put them in a hole in qualification with a result. So I want you to all channel your inner 2006, your inner Gus Hiddink. Remember the day that the legend of Tim Cahill was born, and go out there. What is it, Wakayama? Yes, mate, I know you were born in Japan, but you're an Australian now, so these are important games for you to remember. What do you mean you weren't born yet? Oh, God, I'm old. Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to the Socceroos, and today we have a chance to take a big step towards World Cup qualification because it's Japan and Iraq, both at home, and both of these teams are currently I think they're 5th and 6th, so just outside the automatic qualification spot. So if we can win these two games, then we're going to be putting an even bigger gap between ourselves and the teams that don't qualify automatically, and that should be enough to just about get our party boots on, I think. Now, you can see the squad that we've registered. Japan are 52nd in the world, and they are really struggling by anybody's standards, not just their standards, but usually they are one of the big powerhouses of Asian football. And then Iraq, who we beat away, so let's hope we can go and beat them at home at the MCG. And the squad you can see there, the only change from last episode is what's his name? Courtney Perkins has been dropped because Miloš Degenak is back fit, so he comes back in for this one. So that's the only change to the squad. I think we've more or less nailed down our best 23 at this point. Wakayama, he is of course Japanese born. And so it's a big game for him, this one. He won't be starting, just in case we don't want any split loyalties. And what really upset me was that I realised that he was born after the World Cup 2006, when Australia had that awesome 10 minutes where they won 3-1 against Japan from being 1-0 down. So there we go. And, well, he still, I don't believe, has played an A-League game. No. So, I mean, I just really wish they'd just pick him in the A-League. He's played 6 times for his country, and they're his only senior international games, or his only senior games, I should say. So, there we go. Good old Wakayama. But let's go and have a look at a quick refresher of the group as it stands. And you can see we're 3 from 3, which is excellent. Iraq and Japan, not so successful. But Japan, look at that. They've drawn at home to China. They've lost at home to Thailand, and lost away to Iran, which is probably acceptable. But if we can beat them here, then they might find themselves in a little bit of trouble. You'd still expect them to qualify, but you can never be too sure, can you? And of course, Iraq at home, we've already beaten them away, so I'm relatively confident we'll be able to get the job done in that one. So we're putting out our strongest side for this one. So it is Ryan in goal. It's King, it's Suter, Chapman, and Karasic as the back four. It is Moy and Devlin in midfield. Mabil, Rogic, and Lecky. It's Juric going up top. Couple of things. Gershbach has picked. It was a minor injury when he came into camp, so he's not really fit for this one. And the other player that's not really fit, Economides, had food poisoning, so I'm not going to start him here. We'll start Lecky, and then we can always bring him off the bench, obviously. You'll see we've got a few players that are just, the bookings are starting to become a little bit of a problem, particularly in midfield. But if we get through this one, and then we can I wouldn't actually mind taking a few suspensions at home to Iraq, a game I think we could win, no matter who played out of this 23, and then we'll get sort of a bit of a more clean slate coming forward to the rest of the qualification campaign. But that's the team. Let's see if we can go beat Japan. All right, so we can see the team sheets there. Furuhashi, of course, for Celtic fans. Minamino. So, I mean, they've still got some decent players. I think that's the Nat guy we have at Queen of the South as well, isn't it? Asano's a decent player, I think. Nakajima is decent. So yeah, it's a bit of a strange one. Why I should say they're struggling so much, but let's hope we can compile the misery here and keep this good run of form we're ongoing. All right, and here we are at Stadium Australia. Now, this is the Sydney ground where the Olympics were. It's not called Stadium Australia anymore. It changes its name. I can never remember what it's called. It was Allianz at one point. I think it might have even changed its name again. But yeah, such is the way with modern stadiums and sponsorship deals. Lecky has just decided to give it to Timiyashi. That's the guy that's at Arsenal, isn't it? Can Rogic win it back? No. And it would be nice to get a little bit of revenge, given that Japan beat Australia in real life, to send us into the World Cup playoffs, which is almost certainly going to end badly for the Australians. But the group, this is bad, and it's 1-0. Furuhashi has given them the lead, and yeah, well, this is not what we wanted, and it's what tends to happen when Australia plays Japan. But yeah, the World Cup draw for the Socceroos, and Peru's the same. If either of them get through, then the group essentially is the same as Russia, because it was France, Denmark, Peru, and Australia was the group. So assuming that Japan, just Japan, I got Japan on the brain, assuming that Australia or Peru win that qualifying playoffs, then it means that the World Cup group is 3 of the 4 that was at the last World Cup, and they would have knocked out the other team from that group to get there. So all very familiar and boring, but hopefully I'll take familiar and boring group if it means the Socceroos are there. But I don't know, let me know what you guys think in the comments. I just can't see it. I don't think the team in real life is particularly great, and I think Graham Arnold is a moron. But that's just my personal opinion. Mobile is it? Oh, and Mobile has found the back of the net. A wonderful goal. He used his pace, and for once, he didn't lose his head when he got to in front of goal. A really, really good one. Moy, of all people, with the towering head up. Juric just played it through, and Mobile, 1 touch, 2 touch, and he almost looked like a professional footballer there, didn't he? Which is more like what you see. Mobile in real life is, well, he's a favourite of mine, I've got to say. And that was a little bit more like it. Iran has taken the lead away to Thailand. Let's give them some encouragement here. And, I mean, we have been the better side. Can we go and take a lead into half-time now? Karasic gets the cross in. It's ball back post. Lucky's there. No, it's not. It's Juric. What's Juric do? That should be Lucky. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's over the top. It's 1-1 at the break. And we've not done too badly there. So I think we will say, yeah, consider yourselves unlucky not to be winning. I've got faith in you boys. So let's get out there and, well, let's not concede and score another goal. Sounds like a plan to me. I wonder a little bit if we're getting towards Connor Chapman's limits as a player. I wonder too, the fact they're playing a 4-4-2, if we just need that extra body back defensively, but we'll stick with it. Lecky's not having a great game, so let's take him off for Economides. Devlin. Now, Devlin's going to be suspended now with that yellow card. It's the reason I don't like ball-winning midfielders. I just feel like they pick up too many bookings, but Devlin does a decent job in there for us. I wonder if actually what we want to do is take him out so we don't get a booking, and Minamino has restored Japan's lead. And, well, are we going to fall to our first defeat of the qualifying campaign? Is it going to be Japan again? It's always Japan. All right, so let's get Teague on for Devlin. You can just go as a central midfielder for me. Let's demand a bit more. We've got a corner now. Can we find big Harry Sutar in there somewhere? No, it's headed away. Chapman will leave it to Karasic. Back out to Moy. Can we get a good ball in this time? It's a decent one, and Ryan Teague is there. But it's straight at the goalkeeper. Chapman is not having a good game, so let's get Degenak on for him. And I feel like I like Harry Sutar back there. I feel like we've just got to find that one defender. Here's Juric through. Juric! Oh, he buries it. It was Economides off the bench that played him in, and it's 2-2. That's more like it. What if I go back to Karasic playing him as a ball winner? Iraq has taken a 1-0 lead against China. I can't remember. I saw it flash up there. I can't remember if it was at home or away. It just sort of caught my eye. Rogic isn't having a great game, but we're out of subs, so he'll have to suck it up. Was it close to offside? It wasn't a mile away, but Yoshida just didn't quite step up when he needed to. And, well, that is all looking very, very nice again all of a sudden. And can we go now? And got ourselves in front for the first time. Ball in. Mobile is there. It's going to get picked up by Moy. Moy goes back to Karasic. Karasic, oh dear, he's given it away, and we've got 2-on-2 at the back. Can Degenak win the ball? Come on, just take the ball or the man, mate. One or the other. And we're still scrambling here. We're just about got players back. Can we deal with it? Harry Sutar can. He gets it away. Still, though, Japan pick it up. Another ball out there for Karasic. Oh, Harry Sutar, and it's another goal, and it's Nakajima. And something we're doing defensively here is not working, is it? I wonder if we go with a higher line. I actually didn't realize we were playing a deep line. But we've just got one or two players that aren't having good games. Matty Ryan in goal, Rogic as the number 10. And it's difficult to blame, well, Rogic and Matt Ryan for that particular goal. All right, we don't want to see it again. Let's give it a demand more. And, I mean, we've been the better side. It's so frustrating. And of all the teams, it's Japan who I really, really want to beat. Losing my voice, I'm getting so emotional. All right, so let's take it off work ball into the box. And it's our first defeat of the campaign. Now, that hurts the world ranking as well, obviously. It's not a game we deserve to lose. But doesn't matter what you deserve, it's what you get, isn't it? So there we go. It's a strange round of games, isn't it? But it's ourselves and Iran now joint top, and then 5 points back to everybody else. And that just keeps things interesting, doesn't it? So, yeah, bit of a shame. Anyway, guys, we'll be hosting up to Melbourne to host Iraq next. So wait there, and we'll hopefully put them away. Okay, welcome back. We are getting ready to face Iraq, and this becomes a bit of an important game now. If we were to lose again, then things start to get a little bit tight, don't they? Now, we've made one or two changes, some just to freshen things up, and others were sort of planned. So it's Ryan in goal. Gershbach comes back in. He's more fit now, so he comes back. Degenak will come in for Suter, who's not really going to go 90 minutes for this one. Chapman will keep his spot. Karasic as well. Moy and Hrustic comes in to play a Mazzella. Obviously, Devlin suspended, so we needed somebody else to come into midfield for us. Volpato is going to go as an inverted winger over there on the right. Rogic, we're going to try him as a shadow striker with Economides getting the start over there on the left. It's going to be Juric continuing up top, and hopefully we're going to get a better performance and 3 goals. 3 goals, 3 points. All right, so we can see the team sheets there. A couple of names I recognize from back in the day, but I love the name Jabbar. I don't know why. I just think that's a great name. All right, stick to the plan. Stay patient. We'll be fine. Let's put that Japan game to one side and make sure we rebound in the right possible way. Bounce back ability. Now, while we're waiting for the game to get underway, I meant to do this in the first half, the first game, but I do need to thank a new Patreon in Jerry. Thank you so much, mate. It is greatly, greatly appreciated. There is a link down in the description, as I've said before. If you do enjoy the content and you're able to, it's greatly appreciated. Volpato saved onto the post. Yeah, but if not, just you're more than happy if you just keep watching and watch the ads for me. That is brilliant. But yeah, Jerry, welcome aboard, mate, and thank you to you and the rest of the Patreon gang. All right, now they are playing wing backs, which means I probably need to change marking assignments because Volpato is man marking somebody he doesn't really need to be right now. But we'll wait for after this highlight. Gershbach gets forward for Hrustic. Hrustic gets it back there for Degenak. Moy. Back to Degenak. And we have Gershbach again. Economides. Economides for Rogic. Rogic has a go. Rogic, what a strike from Tommy Rogic right out of the top drawer. And in the 5th minute, it is 1-0. And that was very, very special from Tommy Rogic. Didn't really seem to be too much on, did there? I mean, we had decent spell of possession. And Rogic has got a nice little pocket of space, looks up, goalkeeper will probably want it back, but that's what Tommy Rogic can do. Now, what I probably need to do is just go and fix these marking assignments. Alright, so we've done that. I've said before, if you're not familiar, I have our wingers mark fullbacks, so just if they get forward. But if they play sort of like they are here with a back 5 or 3, however you want to look at it, that's only just wide. It messes it up, so that's why. That's what I say when I'm just going to change the marking assignments. That's what I'm doing. All right, we've got... Oh, that would have been a very quick highlight, but we come back the other way now. Can Moy get a foot in somewhere here? Karasic. Volpato getting back nicely, tracking his man. He's done well there, but still Iraq have it. What we don't want is to get back to 1-1, and we have got back to 1-1. And we're not having a very good episode defensively here, are we? I was going to have the thought last game, and I kind of got distracted by something. I'm wondering if there's an argument to recall Trent Sainsbury to the squad as that ball-playing centre-back, if Connor Chapman's not quite up to it. Yeah, The problem with Sainsbury is that I haven't really forgiven... Oh, it's Deganak's leg. I haven't really forgiven him yet for the Iran game at the Asian Cup where he got sent off. So yeah, that's the problem with it. We go with Volpato back from Moy out to Karasic. Karasic looking for Rogic down to Volpato. It's cleared away. Moy will pick it up though. Harustic wide for Gershbach. Can he whip across in now? We've got players in the middle, but it's again headed away. Moy to Harustic. We'll try again. Harustic a little bit more direct this time. But again, it's away. Again, we pick it up with Karasic. There's a better ball in, and it's behind for a corner. Block shot, it looks like. Moy will take. We don't have Harry Sutar. We know Deganak's got a goal in him, though, and that is straight at the goalkeeper. It may even have been Deganak. A little bit like the Japan game. This one, we're more or less dominating. Iran have taken the lead away to Japan. That could be a very poor result for us when all's said and done in this group, but ultimately it's a little bit more forgiving than this World Cup campaign has been in real life because maybe I should have said I wasn't happy in the Japan game as well because the top 4 qualify rather than the top 2. So obviously it's, as I said, we double our chances. We've got an early highlight here. Deganak is there. He'll win that comfortably down to Gershbach. And what's Alex going to do? Gets it wide for Economides. Harustic, forward for Gershbach. Was he onside? There's a good ball. Volpato's there. I'm not sure if Gershbach was onside. It looks like it is going to get ruled out. Unlucky. It would have been Volpato's first goal for his country, but yeah, Gershbach has gone to... Oh, it's not Gershbach, it's Volpato. And, well, he has no excuse to be offside there. He's looking back along the line. That's a bit of a silly one. Here we go. Volpato again to Rogic. Harustic. Harustic! Oh, that would have been a stunner. Goalkeeper makes the save, and we've got another corner. Can we take the lead again in this game? We've definitely been the better side. The scoreboard doesn't show it. Again, it's bouncing around, and Denny Juric has tapped it in. I'm not sure who the initial header was by. It was a bullet, and I don't know if it hit the post directly or was saved onto the post. We'll see from here. It was Rogic, and he hit the post, and Denny Juric was the most alert man in the box. And that is 2-1. We do have our lead restored. And now we just need to protect it. 20 shots we've had. We've got another one coming up here, hopefully. Moy with a good ball in. It's bouncing around. The goalkeeper will want it back. It's an own goal, so maybe not the goalkeeper's fault. We'll have another look at it. I don't know who it was that got the initial shot away. It was Deganak into... So I thought the goalkeeper had fluffed it, but it wasn't. It was a Deganak into a defender. That's 3-1. And I wonder now if we just start and protect a few guys here who have coming up towards suspension. So we'll take Moy off. We'll take Rogic off. Who can play there? All right, Duncan, go and have some fun. If you're wondering where Mobile is, he had a bit of a tight hamstring he picked up after the Japan game. So he could have played this one, but I didn't want to risk an injury. Juric is in. Juric gets the goal. And he's on a hat-trick now, isn't he? So maybe I won't bring Wakayama on. But we're running away with this a little bit now. We've broken the spirit of Iraq. And it's Harustic. How many times do we see Harustic with a ball like that? He is a very, very good player for us. And we've come straight back. Kickoff highlight. Now, we've made the subs. So Duncan is going as a number 10. Teague as the deep-lying forward. Now, I had Rogic down as a shadow striker, didn't I? I don't know if we want Duncan. Oh, all right, have some fun, Zach. We'll see what he can do. I wonder if he actually might want Harustic in that role, but Harustic's doing a decent job as the Mazzella from deep. Deganak, sorry, has not followed his man there at all, but we've just about got away with that. Let's give them some praise. Gershbach with a throw. Duncan to Economides. Loose pass. And maybe that praise should have been a focus because we're just in danger of giving them a goal back here. And it's only Matt Ryan that has prevented that. Volpato not having the greatest time, so let's get Matt Leckie on out there for him. And Leckie out that side should probably be a winger, shouldn't he? Karasic with a throw. Duncan. There he is, Matt Leckie. Teague to Chapman. Gets it forward for Hrustic. Hrustic back out there for Gershbach. Gershbach, he's just opened up for him, hasn't it? Economides cuts back infield. Hrustic bringing out the party pieces now. Degenak for Hrustic. To Teague. Cross for Chapman. Leckie's in a little bit of space. We find him. It's Duncan. Duncan's got himself some space in the box. Oh, and it was just over. Was it saved? It was. Well, that's a really good save, and unlucky for Duncan not to get himself a goal. Corner comes in. Easy for the goalkeeper, unfortunately. And that ends the highlight. Ryan short for Chapman. Chapman's looked better this game, hasn't he? Now, lesser opposition, you would imagine. Iraq to Japan. But yeah, I mean, the other issue is that maybe I need to get over we must have a ball-playing centre-back and go with Sutar and Degenak as the back two. That probably just makes more sense, doesn't it? And the thing is, too, Chapman is 30, so it's not like he's just turned 30. So it's not like he's a young one for the future to persist with for that reason. Gershbach with a bit of a weak effort. What have we got? A little bit to go. Oh, we've used all our subs. Never mind. We'll play you next time, Wakayama. Oh, and that's just over the top. Let's give it a demand more. Let's see if we can get rid of some complacency, which we've done. And, I mean, it's been two decent performances. We just couldn't defend versus Japan. And, to be honest, sitting deep probably didn't help. I don't know why I would have been sitting deep. I can't... Who did we play last time that I would have done that? At some point, we've gone to a deep defensive line as Iraq pulled back a second goal. I fixed it for this one. We're playing a higher line again. Would have been China, wouldn't it? Yeah, I don't know what... Because they were a defensive team, weren't they? So maybe that's why I did it, to try and draw them out. Anyway, it's my own fault for not checking. But hopefully it's not going to cost us. Let's give it another demand more. And we've got a chance. It's the final seconds of the game. And it is! Oh, it's off the corner. It would have been Chapman. And I think that would have been his first goal for the Socceroos as well. We're going to have one more chance from a corner. Hrustic to take. It's another decent one. It's away. Leckie's there. And when you're ready, ref, I think we've both had enough. And there it is. 4-2. So goals galore. Not the best defensive effort from us this episode, but we've got 3 of the 6 points. And, well, not too bad overall. So there we go. It's ourselves and Iran that can continue to set the pace, and that is well, we've sort of where we started with Iraq and Japan in the bottom two, and we've got an 8-point gap. So we're halfway through the qualification campaign, and well, are we going to see all 4 of those teams, or 3 of the 4 anyway, be able to come up and overtake us on 12 points? It's debatable, isn't it? And I think had we beaten Japan or even taken a point off them, then we could have been celebrating a World Cup berth. But that's not quite where we're at just yet. But guys, if you've enjoyed that, make sure you hit thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. We will be back next time. It's all different internationally. There's the schedule. We'll be back in the new year to face, away from home, Thailand and Iran. Iran away is going to be a big one. And well, in terms of actually topping the qualification group, which ultimately doesn't mean anything, but that could be the deciding game. And Thailand away, it'll be the first time we've played them in the campaign, and they beat Japan, didn't they? And Japan just beat us, so it's not going to be easy by any means. Till next time, guys, I've been Aussie Villain. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you then. Take care.